YouTube. I am back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about options trading 101. So I know I kind of made a video on this before, but I have a PowerPoint this time, so I'm hoping it helps. You guys have showed so much love and support over the last few months to my trading content, which is crazy because I've been trading for 3 years and I've never wanted to make content because I didn't want to be one of those people, and I feel like now I'm one of those people. So I don't know what else to say, but I have a cute PowerPoint, and so my whole goal is I really want to destigmatize trading. I think trading has an honestly really bad name because of Forex. Forex is not a scam, but the MLM, y'all knew what you were doing. Y'all knew what you were doing. Anyways, so I'm gonna go over the basics of options trading. If you are a complete beginner, this video is 100% for you. So, first slide. Y'all know I was in school to be a teacher. Anyways, let's talk about what the stock market is. The stock market is where companies are being publicly traded. When we trade options, it's a little bit different than the stock market. When you buy shares of a stock, you can only profit when the stock goes down from where you bought in. Luckily for us, with options trading, you're making money whether it goes up or down. People ask me all the time, they're like, Sierra, what are you gonna do if the market crashes tomorrow? I'm rich. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, we trade calls and we trade puts, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit later into the video, but yeah, we're making money regardless. And one thing I wanna say first and foremost, I do talk a little fast, but I just feel like I don't need to sit here and talk at y'all for 15 minutes. You're here for education, so I'm going to educate. Anyways, I am in Texas, so we are on Central Time. So for me, the stock market is open from 8:30 to 3 p.m. If you're Eastern Time, I believe it's 9:30 to 4. And if you're Pacific, it should be 6:30 to 1. So kind of calculate where it's open up near you. And you can only trade options within these hours. Now, if you're trading futures, you can kind of trade it whenever. I think the futures market should only be closed for 1 hour a day, but that's not my main market. The most volatile time to trade is the first hour of the market being open. So if you guys ever watch me like live trade, I always trade off the market open. Next, let's figure out what we're trading. When we're trading, we are trading contracts. So contracts allow you to technically buy and sell 100 shares of a stock. So that's the reason when you trade options, it's going to cost either more or less than what the stock is actually trading at because they all have expiration dates. So it's a lot different than buying and holding a stock until eternity. We have expirations, and so that's why for me as a day trader, I buy and sell within the same day. But we're only buying calls and we're buying puts. So when you hear people talk about, oh, I took calls today, oh, I took puts today, that means they're trading options. When you purchase a call, that essentially means the stock is gonna go up. That's it. Buying a put essentially means that you believe the stock is going to go down to a certain price. That is why I say we can make money whether the stock goes up or down, because if we place a put when it's going down, we're going to make money. As long as price is below our entry and we have good premiums and everything, we are in profit and we are making money. Same thing for calls. Next, the $1 million question everybody seems to ask, what do I even need to start trading? Firstly, you need a broker. So I personally use TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade was acquired by Charles Schwab. So I would say just sign up for a Charles Schwab account. You can go on YouTube and look up videos on how to get approved for the account. You can also use Webull. A lot of people use Webull. Me personally, I am not a fan of Robinhood, but if you want to use Robinhood, if you're familiar with it, then you can use that platform. Other than that, you can use Interactive Brokers if you're international. I personally do mentorship and I have a lot of international mentees and they all use Interactive Brokers. So either one of those, but you need the account in order to trade because this is where you keep your money. This is what you put your money in to be able to trade. So no, you cannot trade straight from your bank account. So when you do make profits, you have to withdraw it from these accounts to your bank account, but it just happens overnight. So it's not that big of a deal. TradingView is where you're going to do majority of your charting. So when you look at a chart and you're analyzing it, you're using it on TradingView. So we're gonna look at it. I'm gonna tell you guys what I suggest you guys sign up for and then kind of what my chart looks like. So when you get to tradingview.com, it's gonna look like this. If you're watching it within a certain time frame, like if this is not 6 months from now, it should look like this. So you're gonna go to Get Started, which is right here, and you're gonna pick a plan. First, you need non-professional. We are not professional traders. This is not financial advice. So you're going to want to make sure you're on non-professional. Then you're going to switch it to monthly. Now, if you're just big baller and you want to pay for it annually, cool. me personally, I'm gonna pay it every month. I personally have the Plus plan. It has everything that I need personally. I don't look at more than 4 charts a day. I don't really look at 6 or 5. So I look at the Plus plan. The Essential plan is also fine. That one's $14.95 a month. But my suggestion to you guys, get a free trial. Get the free trial, because if you get the free trial, it gives you 30 days before you even have to pay for TradingView to figure out how to set up your chart, what to do, what do you know, etc. So my suggestion, just get the free trial and figure it out from there. This is what my chart looks like. See, I know what I'm doing, so I don't need red and green candles. But when you sign up for TradingView, your candlesticks are going to be red and green. If you're like, candlesticks, this is a candlestick. So every single line on here represents a candlestick. If you're someone who's watching this video and you decide you want to get started and you get your plan, here's how you're going to set up your TradingView chart. Firstly, you need to change your time zone. So you're going to go to the bottom right here. You're going to click here and change it to whatever time zone you are. I'm UTC 6, so that's what I have my time zone as. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need your pre and your post market areas. So this right here is your post market. This right here is your pre-market. It's important to have these two areas because, at least for me and the way that I chart, I like to see what goes on when the market is closed and kind of help me determine what's going to happen during the day. So to add your pre and your post market areas, you're going to go to your settings right here. And underneath symbol where it says data modification, you're going to change your session to extended trading hours. Now, if you don't see this option up at the top right here, it probably says D. Click on the D and switch it for our purposes to the 15-minute time frame. Now, the time frames I have starred are the 1, 3, 5, 15, 30, and the hour. Those are the only time frames that I use to chart. Sometimes the 4-hour, but usually I don't use the 4-hour time frame. So once you've switched it from D to 15, again, you're going to go to data modification session and then extended trading hours. If you can't find that, it's easier to just go at the bottom. For you, it may just say RTH and then click it to ETH here. If you want to take your chart a different color, you're going to go to Canvas and you can make it whatever chart makes you feel best about yourself. You can do purple or orange or red or pink, whatever. I personally like the white charts. I think it's nice, so I keep my charts white. Actually, I think they should be gray. And so then here in the corner, you'll see you can have the option to be on light mode or dark mode. I personally have my borders on dark mode, and then I went back in my settings and I changed them, or the background, to white. Now you have to understand TradingView. So all of your tools are going to be at this side here. I personally, if you follow my cursor, you see it's kind of like a plus sign. I have my cursor on cross. The reason is it makes it easier for me to hover my mouse above and see levels, see touches, see areas that I'm going to mark up. The next thing you're going to see is your trend line. So when I do my video on market structure or candlestick patterns, you're going to need trend lines to mark up when you see something happening in the market. So that's what's going to house your trend line tool, your horizontal line tool if you want to set levels, and so on and so forth. The way to lock your mouse so that way every single time you click, you're able to draw a line is this little pencil right here. Because otherwise, once you're done clicking, you're gonna have to keep clicking every single time. So your pencil tool is what's gonna lock out what you have. Next, we have our patterns tools. I don't use them, so we're gonna move on. Then we have our long position and our short position. So if you ever want to kind of look at where you're in or look at the trades you have, you can use these tools. These numbers here don't really apply to options trading as much, so I don't use this tool as often. This right here houses your draw tools. So you see me drawing on my chart, my brush tool is there, my highlighter tool is there. So sometimes when I teach, I may highlight some areas, I use my highlighter tool. This is also where you're gonna find your rectangle tool, so you can mark up your zones, supply zones, demand zones, fair value gaps, whatever it is you're looking at, you use your rectangle tool for this one. There's a whole bunch of other tools, so just kind of play around and see what you like to use on your chart. Here we have our text tool, so if you wanted to write something, hey, subscribe, then you could put it on your chart like this right here. Also, what I think is really important is your image tool. So for me, as somebody who teaches, I use this tool a lot. I always add on our diagrams to our chart so that way we can see it and also find them on our chart. And so for me, these are the most important ones. Obviously, we have little, symbols and such, but that's all you should really need for TradingView. So people are always like, Sierra, you're a millionaire. Can I do it? No, you cannot. Just kidding. The good thing about the stock market is there really isn't a ceiling. However, you need to be realistic with yourself. You are not going to turn $100 into $1 million overnight. The best way to see success with trading is compounding your account. You can turn 500 into 750 and 750 into 100 and 100. I'm sorry, did I say 100, 1,000, and so forth. But your gains from your small account are going to be small to you until they're not. It's kind of like a snowball effect. So unless you're starting with $100,000, you're not going to turn one trade into 100,000. Now, if you have 100 grand and your trade brings you 100% returns and you just had poor risk management and you risk your whole account, cool. Other than that, you're going to be compounding your gains. That's how I got to $1 million, because for me personally, I started trading March of 2021. My first 100,000 came 7 months after that. And then ever since then, I've been compounding my accounts. And before you say, oh, you only make money because you're selling a course. Yes, I sell a course. You got me. Yes, I mentor and charge for it. You got me. However, I was a millionaire probably a month and a half before I announced that I had made $1 million, because I wanted it to be from trading. It's one thing to make $1 million strictly off the stock market. Anyone can go sell a course and get people and make money. I wanted to do it for myself because, I don't know, I'm like a principle person. It's like the principle of it. So I'm proud of myself, and that's why I'm so pro trading. I honestly never wanted to teach until my TikTok blew up and people were like, oh, I want to learn. Because before that, people just were not serious. And I don't have time. Time is literally money when you trade options. So I'm not taking my time to teach people who aren't serious. But I digress. Now they're serious. And I have Crystal Academy, which y'all need to join. If y'all are not in Crystal Academy, please join. The link is going to be in the bio. What do you call it? The bio of the video, the description of the video. Come learn. We have free videos. We have paid sections. It's all up to you and how you want to learn. I live trade every day. I send signals. I do the whole nine. I teach. I think I'm pretty cool, but let's move on. One thing to make sure you completely understand is trading is about percentage. So if you take the same trade as me with the same entry, same exit, we are not going to make the exact same amount of money. The reason being, if you put in $1,000 and I put in $20,000 and we both make a 25% return on our trade, meaning we both make 25% of what we put in, I'm going to make $5,000 and you're going to make $250. Same trade, same entry, same exit. And so this is kind of why you shouldn't get overwhelmed or upset when you see how much money someone's made. You never really know how much they put in. So when people are talking about, oh, I made 10K today, ask them what their percent return was. If they put in $10,000 and their percent return was like 3%, if they made $10,000 and they say their percent return was 3%, they put in a lot of money just to make that. They did not take $1,000 and turn it into 10 million overnight. It's about percent. Another big question I get is, how much money do I start with? For me, my suggestion is around $500 to $1,000. I personally started with $1,400 because my mom gave me the stimulus check that she had for me. But if you don't want to put that much money in, we have paper trading. So when you paper trade, you're putting in fake money. And so that way you can trade in real time with fake money. So you can build up your confidence, test your strategy, do whatever the case it is. It's like a demo account. The final question now is, how do I learn how to trade? My suggestion is tune everything out. One thing I will always say is, when you realize how much you don't know, you get kind of overwhelmed. So if I sit here on YouTube and I watch 50,000 videos on trading, I'm going to realize how much I don't know about trading and give up. I suggest find one voice, one sound, and learn from that one person. Find someone on YouTube you trust, find someone on Twitter, on TikTok, or you could learn from me. I think I'm pretty cool. I teach people. All my information is in my link tree, which is in my bio, or the Crystal Academy website, which is my company. But yeah, I just say find one sound and learn from there, because everybody teaches things differently. Everybody teaches a different strategy. There's a lot out there. The market is vast. The opportunities are vast. The strategies are vast. So my suggestion, one voice, one sound, learn from them, and start there. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. My next video, I'm going to be going into market structure and how to understand trends. So if you want to learn something, watch that video. Outside of that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys love trading as much as I do. I will see you guys next time.